So this is an exercise called book openings, which is a really great exercise for encouraging mobility through thoracic spine. And most of us tend to hold our thoracic cage fairly rigidly, but we've actually got quite a few joints, over 100 joints in that region, that we do need to maintain good mobility throughout in order to have good function through the trunk. So with this exercise, we're thinking of trying to roll back one segment at a time, keeping the hips and the pelvis nicely stacked and not allowing this to roll back. So Kieran, I'm going to get you to think of pushing your top knee gently into the bottom knee, and we're going to initiate the movement by the head rolling back first, then the top vertebra of the neck, then the one below, and so on, all the way down. As we come back, we're going to come back in reverse order, initiating that movement from the bottom of the back. Okay, so when you're ready, rolling back. Keeping the pelvis nicely stacked, which is good. Rolling back, taking the spine as far as it can go, then allowing the hand to drop back. Then as we come back up, rolling back from the bottom segment of the back first, then the one above, and then the one above, and so on. And rolling back again. This is a really great active stretch for the thoracic spine, and one that oftentimes, Kieran obviously has fairly good mobility here, but one that oftentimes we'll see quite a good change in the range that you can take that arm back to in quite a small number of repetitions of movement. So just enforcing movement through those segments, we're forcing the brain to let go of a lot of the tight tissue in the area. Really important that we focus on that segmental control as much as possible, trying to move one segment at a time just to allow movement between one of those joints. So Kieran's going to demonstrate a couple of nice releases on the foam roller for the thoracic spine. So this is just called a back roll, and I'm going to get you to lay over the top of the roller, Kieran. Really great exercise for mobilising stiff thoracic spines and loosening up some of the tight muscle at the top of the back. We can do this in two ways. So the first, we're going to get you to lift the butt up off the ground, and we're going to curl up into a ball as far as you're comfortable, and now rolling back and forward over the top of the roller. So we're placing all of the muscle and fascia and soft tissue on a bit of a stretch, and rolling back and forward, essentially giving a nice massage and stretch to that tissue. The second version of this exercise that we can try is we're going to get Kieran now to arch back over the top of the roller, taking some of that soft tissue off stretch, but now give us a little bit more of a stretch into some of the joints in the thoracic spine. So we're going to demonstrate a great stretch for the mid-thoracic area. Many of you will spend long periods sitting at a desk and sitting fairly still, which is not really what the body's designed for, and as a result of that, we often end up developing a bit of a stiff kyphotic position. We don't do much throughout the day that takes us back through the other range, and so it becomes harder and harder for us to hold a good upright posture in a nice soft way. So with this one, what we're going to do is take a towel and folding that over into about thirds, depending on the size of the towel. We need to roll that up nice and tight. So the size of the towel is going to vary depending on the degree of curve. If we've got quite a significant curve through the thoracic spine, we will be starting with a small roll of towel, and you can use a pillow underneath the head just to provide a little bit of support. And we're basically placing that towel straight across the bottom of the shoulder blades, and then I'm going to get you to come back over the top. Resting back over the top of the towel. If you're comfortable too, popping the arms out to the side. And we're making sure that we keep the butt tucked under and the bottom of the back relatively flat to the ground, not just tipping our curve back over the towel. And we should feel a nice comfortable stretch through mid-thoracic, and generally speaking through our pecs as well, just allowing us to open up through that shoulder girdle as well as extend up through the thoracic spine. So a nice, usually quite comfortable position to lay in for 3 to 5 minutes, and obviously we can turn our head to the side and watch TV or chat to someone at home, but a really great exercise that just takes us out of that kyphotic seated position and allows us to open up a little bit.